Big weekend for me, of course, was over at Scores on Friday. I want to thank Lonnie from Scores. Very beautiful evening. Benji went.
Oh, no.
I didn't see him, so, I saw him right at the beginning when I got there. I didn't get there till about 2 o'clock, but I saw Benji. It looked like he behaved.
Well, he did. But he made some mistakes that weren't necessarily on purpose. It wasn't him being sticky.
Right.
He's not here right now, by the way.
Good.
But
what did he do?
Well, he made some errors right off the bat. The first thing he did when he walked in was he went right to the bathroom and made a number 2.
Oh no! You're kidding me.
Which is completely unnecessary.
Oh.
I told you not to take him.
And the place reek? Like, I don't know. He couldn't do that before he left?
I didn't go in there, but word got around.
He had to wait to go to school.
In fact, Angie walked up to me and he said, Benji's making the cardinal error. He walked right in and went to the bathroom.
Yeah, a couple of guys told me he was really stinking. Not even about the number 2, but just
really?
in general.
In general.
But the other thing is, Howard, and again, I don't think he knows he's doing this. He's a watcher.
Right.
He's a gawker.
Right.
And I was like getting a dance, and I looked over and I could feel the heat of Benji's eyes on me.
Oh.
Staring holes in you.
Like he's trying to learn from you.
And then what else did he do that was weird? I know what he did that was weird. And again, this isn't his fault. He moved his chair. I don't know if you noticed, but at one point it got incredibly hot up there.
Yeah.
He moved his chair into a weird position, and he was blocking the air conditioning vent.
Is that what happened? Because I was dying. I said, what is with this place? No air?
The whole place started to get heated up because he was there.
About 5 guys all told me that Benji was really stinking.
See, I didn't get that from him.
He said it's a very small room for a very smelly man.
Oh, those poor girls. Isn't it bad enough what they have to do?
Dance for guys like us?
Jeez.
To injury.
They told me they love dancing for us.
Yeah, right.
You don't believe them?
This morning?
You don't believe that?
Aren't they here this morning?
You don't believe that statement?
Aren't they here this morning?
They are here this morning, actually.
I'm getting so brazen with the women because some of them one girl goes, "You're the best." I go, "Tell me that when I don't have a fistful of money."
That's right.
That's what I'll know. I think Lonnie hypnotizes him before we get there.
I think he beats them.
Yeah.
You will enjoy yourself.
I don't know.
You will love these guys long
Get
term.
up there and smile.
I don't know what Lonnie does, but one of the guys came to me and said that his Scores wife wasn't there. And when he asked Lonnie where she was, Lonnie claims that there was a request that she not attend any more of our parties. And I don't know what that's all about. But
Who would have made that request?
Her.
I have no idea. That's crazy. She's probably cut up somewhere.
Really, she's gone to the used stripper bin.
Right.
Mailed her parts somewhere.
Sometimes there are guys who can't get away from their Scores wife.
Oh.
So they request not to have her there.
To have the wife disappear.
Right.
I've seen enough of that.
These guys who can't work out their Scores wife situation.
You need to cheat.
Right. You can't be possessive.
The girls can't be possessed.
Right. The guys can be. Until they get sick of you.
I see.
That's Scores rule. There's rules to Scores.
Rule. It's a man's world.
No, there have been more than one occasion where a guy has said, "Hey, can you do me a favor? If this chick shows up again, I can't get rid of her."
What's wrong with you?
I don't say this. I don't say this. I say to them. I say to these guys, "What are you, a man or a mouse?" Like,
That's the whole idea. You can dump them.
Can't you handle your love life?
It's not so easy, Robin, because my move is I say I have to go to the bathroom. Then I go to the bathroom, and then I go sit at the bar for 10 minutes.
Oh, you have to change location.
And hope that she's moved along.
He's running.
You don't want to be rude. Like it could be like Neil, though. Neil will be like, all right, you leave.
That's what it's all about. They're not in love with you. You guys are really mistaken.
No, but nobody's talking about Neil. In other words, when people go in there, they're like, "Oh, Howard and Gary come in all the time," and then you want to be nice. You don't want to get a bad information.
You say, "You know what? Why don't you get me that girl over there?"
Yeah, what I do now I'm pretty brazen about it. I just go, you know what? Why don't you take a rest? I'm going to get a dance over here.
They're working. Remember that.
It took me a long time to build into that, though.
It's funny because
it's very insulting.
There was a girl who was dancing for me, and she got up and she goes, "Oh, I got to go over and dance for Howard." And she went over there, and you sent her away. She came back real quick.
Yeah.
So Howard only wants one at a time.
Yeah, but she didn't worry about your feelings, did she?
No.
You're too much of a pussy. At Scores, you're the king.
You have some warped logic.
Well, you know what happens?
It's your harem, and you can go, "Hey, you're out, you're in."
That's right. Tonight is your night.
Need him, got him, need him.
When she touches your knee and she says, "Sweetie, I'll be right back," you start to think of a relationship.
And you know what? You say, "Sweetie, don't bother."
Sweetie. Yeah, she goes, "Sweetie, I'll be right back." Meanwhile, she's with Vinny.
Right.
You know what I mean? We had a great time, though. It was fun. You know, I really enjoyed myself. I stayed pretty late.
To what time?
I was there till about 5:30.
What
Yeah.
time did you go?
You get there at about 1, right?
No, I got there about 2, actually.
Oh.
But that day, I was like having...
He was ready to open for business. He had to get you out of it.
Yeah, I was kind of like, hey, what time is it? Someone said 5:30. I'm not sure if they meant Friday or Saturday. I'm like,
The
whoa.
whole day could have passed?
Yeah, the whole day might have passed. I don't know. I was just kind of lost.
No clocks.
It was a fun time.
It was a good one.
Yeah, we had a great party.
I'm going to request with Lonnie next time that the girls don't wear sparkle anymore because I was
That
taking
goes
sparkle
all
out of my
over you.
eyebrows.
Yeah. A couple of guys were complaining that they were covered in sparkle.
Yeah, and do you have to go home with your sparkle?
Well, I had Einziger out in front of the building picking it out of my eyebrows.
Like a monkey.
So, like, after a day of scores, then I went down to Nobu and ate some food, which was nice.
It's a nice day.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I had some Nobu.
And
then
scores.
And then when I got home, the next day, Saturday, I had to be like Mr. Family Man because I'd been at Scores. You know what I mean?
So it's like there's a penance.
Yeah. No, what happened was my wife was tied up the whole day, and so Ashley, my 6-year-old, I was in charge of her.
Oh, goodness.
And
I don't think that's a good idea.
it was great. I was a great dad. We went over to the Great Neck Movie Theater and checked out Inspector Gadget.
Oh, God.
Because Ashley wanted to see that. She's 6 years old.
I mean, but was it okay for you?
You know what? I was so busy getting popcorn and chocolate and soda.
See the movie?
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable. Like, I'm sitting there, and it's a bunch of kids. You know, I'm always
Did you
shocked.
take more than one kid?
No,
Or
just Ashley. It was just like a father-daughter day. So we first, you know, my wife had just bought her a baby car seat and a special baby that goes in the car seat.
Like a doll.
Yeah, my 6-year-old loves dolls. Plays with dolls 24 hours a day, loves them, and loves to acquire them. Much like Richard Simmons.
Well,
So
I think it's a little more appropriate for her.
yeah, she loves baby dolls and playing baby.
Is the age to play with them.
Yeah, loves being a mommy, loves being the dolls, loves all that. So she says, "Hey, Dad, can I bring my doll?" I go, "All right."
Oh.
At first I said no. I said, "Don't bring it," because I said, "Then we're going to have to carry the thing, and I know you're not going to want to carry the doll." She goes, "We don't want to carry it. The doll's bigger than her. It's a huge doll."
Yeah?
Yeah. So I took a nap, and then I realized it was 2 o'clock. The movie was starting at 2:30. I had to get all the way up to Great Neck.
You got to
Now,
grab the doll.
mind you, Inspector Gadget was playing all over Long Island.
Yes.
Every movie theater, but I don't know how to get to any of them except for the Great Neck Movie Theater.
You know one theater.
There were movie theaters close to my house. You know, I could have gone to the Glen Cove Movie Theater. Could have gone to.
You knew where it was.
If I knew where it was. I called people. I was like, "Where is it?"
Wasn't it Roosevelt Field?
Was it Roosevelt Field? I just don't know how to get there.
How to get there?
No, I get lost every time. And then one time I got there, I couldn't get home,
Oh my goodness.
and I didn't want to deal with
You
it.
grew up there.
I know. I used to ride my bicycle there.
Oh, Hicksville's around the corner.
I don't know how to get there. I know it's somewhere near Sweet Pea or whatever it is. Whatever
And
that
you
place.
know how to get there, right?
No,
You could throw a rock on it.
no.
I don't even live there anymore, and I know where these places are.
I don't have a sense of direction, and I don't know where I am. I know how to get to my house from here.
No, you don't. You couldn't get
No,
there by yourself.
that's true. I couldn't. Well, if you got me to the LIE, I could.
Yeah, but you can't get there.
Yeah,
That's tricky.
where that LIE
One of
sucks.
these days. Oh, did you get caught in that stuff yesterday?
All the time. Yeah, it was all closed off. Well, Ralph came over to my house, and he was he
was stuck.
He was stuck. Yeah. I'll tell you the whole Ralph story in a minute.
Oh,
Maggot.
so you're trying to get to the Great Neck Movie Theater,
So
which is a
it's like 2
long way
o'clock.
away
I
from
wake
your
up from a nap. I realize I got to get the kids to 2:30 movie at the Great Neck Movie Theater because I don't want to go at like 4:30 because then I know it's going to be real crowded. This is the middle of a hot sunny afternoon when everyone else is outside.
Right.
I'll be inside. And so I threw some lunch in a Tupperware because I was hungry. I didn't want to sit there for 2 hours being hungry. So I had a big Tupperware, and I couldn't find my knapsack, so I'm throwing stuff in garbage bags and taking it with me. And
The gear.
yeah, the gear. So go over there.
Well, what about the doll? Did
So
you get the doll?
Got the doll in the car, and then my daughter had to buckle the doll into the seatbelt,
Right.
which took an hour, you know. So I get to this Great Neck, and then you get into a parking lot And they have meters.
Oh,
25 cents. I don't carry any. I didn't have any change with me. I didn't know I'm going to go. I just took a couple of bills with me.
Charles.
No, come on. Do you always have quarters on you?
Yes.
No. It was weird. I'm like, I'm not prepared for this. So I'm running around the parking lot. Anybody got a quarter? I just said, screw it. How much could a parking ticket be? I'll just have to eat it. I mean, I was running out of time. I want to see the movie.
And any store that's near a parking meter
won't give you change.
No way.
No.
Because they're tired of
Because they're annoyed.
and asking for it.
But so I don't know what they want from people. What if you don't know that there's a parking meter there and you don't have quarters? What do? Put a change booth in the goddamn place.
Or put like a nice card swipe.
Oh, yeah, put a change booth. Like, people won't mangle that the moment they put it up.
No, I mean, put a guy in a booth with a bucket of quarters. And like you do in, when you go to Vegas or Atlantic City, they got a guy with a change thing.
You know you're going to need
it. It's not that lucrative, though, parking meter.
Yeah, I mean, so then why hassle people with them? You know? So then I just said,
Not
oh, great.
1 quarter between the two of you.
No. To me, my daughter?
Yeah,
She's
tell her
6.
to start taking a purse.
You tell her to take some change. I couldn't believe it. It wasn't like, I figure maybe my wife leaves a couple of quarters in the car. Nothing.
No, never prepared.
Never.
But if you're not prepared for life, you have no idea what goes on.
Raise my taxes, knock down the meter.
Oh, stop it. Everybody's not Mr. Gotrocks like you.
I'm not Mr. Gotrocks. I didn't have a quarter on me. Why does that make me Mr. Gotrocks?
You want him to raise the taxes so you won't have to carry a quarter.
Well, I want him to knock down the meters and liberate people. That's crazy. How much money could they be getting from these stupid quarter machines?
Oh, my God. Well, quite frankly, a bunch of people in Queens were making quite a living on it for a while.
So then, I'm for making people's lives simple. In the age of the computer, I shouldn't have to be searching around for quarters. You see there's a shortage of pennies now? The banks don't have any pennies?
They're all in my house.
Yeah, I know they're all in your house. Why don't you give them up? There's no pennies. And
I have purses and purses and purses because I stopped using the purse once it gets full of pennies.
If you bring $1 worth of pennies now to the bank, they'll give you $1.05.
I'm going.
Yeah, you're going to be rich.
Just put a big tub somewhere and let's just go put a pennies in.
If they give me 5 cents more, I'll certainly do it.
Yeah.
I have an incentive.
So
get quarters.
Anyway, so then I run to the theater. I'm already late. Missed the first 2 minutes of Inspector Gadget.
Oh, no. You walk in the middle of the movie?
Well, everyone was. I mean, the line was long. And they couldn't take the money fast enough.
I know. That I hate. When the movie's already started, there's still a line you can't get.
Yeah.
And then the popcorn line is 10 miles.
Well, wait. So then I get settled in the seats. And my daughter sees everybody's got popcorn. She goes, can I have popcorn? I go, okay, you sit here. It'll take me a second. I'll run out and get popcorn. No, I got to go with you. Now we got the doll, my lunch, the whole thing.
She's not seeing any movie either.
First of all, she didn't even know. She had no clue what Inspector Gadget was about. I mean, it was fair. Like, it's not a sophisticated movie, but for a 6-year-old, who knows what this is? Yeah,
but if you're walking out to get popcorn, you're never going to catch up.
Yeah. So then we go out, we get the popcorn. And I'm thinking, like, me. I'm like, oil-free, salt-free. No. She wants the salt. She wants the oil.
No,
she wants it all.
She's 6.
Yeah. And she wanted chocolate stuff. They got those, Hershey's makes or Nestle's makes a thing in a box with just little, like it's Nestle's Crunch, but little bits.
Yeah, the bits, yeah. I've seen those.
So I got her that. It's about $30 between the two things.
What a rip.
Hustle her ass back into the movie theater. It's pitch black, can't see what we're doing. And we start watching. Starts eating that popcorn. Dad, I'm thirsty.
You didn't get her anything to drink?
No. Both of us have to go and get the drink.
You're not savvy about this at all.
I'm up and down. Oh, it was unbelievable.
First of all, you're supposed to bring a friend so you can leave him in the seat. So you can make all the
fun. I didn't think of that. Well, I didn't know what to do. I wanted to just have Father-Daughter Day.
Father-Daughter Day. Father gets out all the stuff. That's what Father does.
So then I got some sodas and crap. And meanwhile, I missed the whole part about how Inspector Gadget becomes Inspector Gadget.
Right. So you never know what happened.
Yeah. They had cool special effects in that movie. They just didn't have much of a story.
I think that's there to dazzle, like all the dazzle keeps the kids in.
Yeah, it's like a living cartoon.
Yeah.
But
I've seen these situations before. The dad just constantly running. He never even sits down. Yeah. He's just constantly going back to the concession.
I got a lot of exercise. I got jogger's knee from going up and down and getting that.
Don't even bother to get a seat.
Yeah. And then it's weird, because when we go out, I'm like, hey, Ashley, you know, I'm famous. I can't be going up and down. You know, people see me. She goes, who cares? Go get it.
She don't hear that.
She doesn't want to hear that. That's your problem.
It means nothing to her.
Because every time I go to the, so then I'm coming out of the movie, and the guy at the movie theater goes, hey, do you mind taking a few pictures? I go, hey, Dave, come on. I'm just trying to, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to live here.
Then a bunch of teenagers came up to me afterwards and said, hey, man, what are you doing here? Like, angry that I was there. And I just said, look, dude, I said, leave me alone. I'm trying to live my life, okay? What do you think I'm doing?
That's the worst one. Oh, I'm not even supposed to be.
And people get disappointed when they see me out in public.
Yeah.
They do. They're like,
well,
yeah, you shouldn't be here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
I'm a loser. What are you doing here?
Our hero is here.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be here. I wish I was you, and you're here.
Right. If you're here, how good could your life be? So it's like weird. I always feel weird being somewhere because people expect me not to be there.
Right. What are you doing here?
Yeah. And it was weird too because like in the there was one woman who was like the hot mom. Like she was in the audience. You could see like she had on short shorts and she had like two little girls or two little boys or something. She was like, "Hi, Howard." Oh boy. Hey now. And she had short shorts and like you know she's way hotter than the other women on Long Island.
She's showing it off.
But she's not even half as hot as the chicks at Scores. So I think I could blow her off.
Hot mom.
Yeah, I was just like, who cares? But I could tell you know she was like the hot mom. All the guys are staring at her. It's a great place to meet hot moms. You take a kid to the movies. I could add a couple of dates.
I'm going to go get your popcorn.
But that concession stand, that's where you need to have a franchise. Because those kids buy stuff.
Yeah, like the Nestle's thing was like $4 and the popcorn's another $4. I must have dropped another $15.
The other day I was at the movie theater trying to buy a bottle of water. It was $3.09.
Hey, was this Woodstock? How come people complain at Woodstock? It's $3.09 at the movie theater. I like 09.
Yeah.
You know, that drives me crazy.
09.
Charge me $3.05. Okay, give me a break. You're already making enough. Like, well, how did you come to $3.09?
And there's a line out the back because these kids are sitting there going $3.10,
$3.09. Yes, I got to make up.
09. Yeah. Told me the kid's staring at me because he can't believe Howard Stern's looking for popcorn in his movie theater. And I'm like, hey, where am I supposed to go to the movies?
Yeah, what, you have a special theater just for stars?
Yeah. So then I took the kid over to the Italian restaurant afterwards. So I usually go to.
Now, she's already filled up on Nestle's and popcorn.
Yeah, didn't matter.
Oh.
It's a bottomless pit. So we went over to the Italian joint, and I'm sitting there. Kid wants chicken parmesan. I'm going to have like a little shrimp and pasta. So we go to sit down, and I always sit with my back for the crowd, because what happens is people stare at me the whole time I eat, and I figure, hey, you know, I'm not the world's neatest eater.
Right, and while something's dripping down your chin, somebody's looking at
Makes me self-conscious. No big deal. So I said, the kid goes, I want to sit in the chair you always sit in. I go, so now the waiter is waiting to seat us, you know, the maitre d'.
And
meanwhile,
around the table.
There's only one couple in the restaurant. We went so early.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, when it starts to fill up, who wants to be sitting there staring at everyone? You can understand that. So I sit down in the bad chair, and I say to my daughter, look, let me tell you what's going on. All right?
You're explaining this to a 6-year-old?
I said, the reason Daddy needs to switch seats with you is because I'm famous. Now, let me explain it to you. I like to have my back to people because I notice that people like to stare at me when I eat. So can't you sit over here where Daddy is? And I'll sit where you are. So she goes, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have understood that either.
Yeah, her eyes are glazing over. So I go, wait a second. She goes, I like this chair. I go, look. I said, here's the bottom line. If you want to be able to go to dinner with me, you got to let me pick my chair. All right? So you got to really, I'll sit in this chair and suffer. I said,
I'll never take you
but I'm not going to dinner again.
Sounds like you're
because you're not.
He's throwing a tantrum.
Yeah. You know? I should be explaining Inspector Gadget to the kid, not my fame. So she's like, no, I don't really want to trade seats. So I go, look.
Negotiation.
All right, I'm telling you, not going in. She goes, fine, we'll go again. So I said,
doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything to her. She's there now. And she knows I'm BSing because.
Right. But they really, her age group doesn't have any concept of ever. You know, we'll never do this again.
Yeah, so I said, please. I said, I'm begging you. Just do me a favor. Let's make this easy. Let's not make a scene. She goes, all right. So then we go to switch chairs, but then she decides to sit in the chair next to me because she didn't want to sit in the other chair. She decided, so she won and I won.
Just such an ordeal.
So we both had our backs to this.
Such an ordeal, you two.
Yeah.
Where's the doll? Does the doll stay in the car? Does the doll come
No, the doll didn't come. And then I was thinking, the doll is so big, and the baby car seat it's like a real baby car seat. I'm thinking, the cops are going to go by my car, see there's a baby in the car, and smash in the window.
Right.
And I'll be arrested.
That would have been the best trappers.
Yeah. So now I'm bringing the doll everywhere because I don't want to leave the doll in the car because it'll be mistaken for a real baby.
Right, you're a terrible person who locked your baby in a car.
Right. No, and then you're like reading page 6. Oh, Howard Stern went out to dinner the other night. The police broke into his car. They thought he was abusing a child. And I'm just like, I don't need that. The car was measured at 105 degrees.
Baby was melted.
Melted. Beyond repair. Yeah. So Inspector Gadget, I didn't hate it. Now I know it's a bad movie. I know I should hate it. They put absolutely no thought into the story. But yet, I wasn't miserable. I watched it. But then we got out, the kid didn't even know what it was about. I go, did you like the movie? She goes, yeah, I loved it.
That's amazing.
And I go, well, I go, did you understand what it was about? She goes, no.
But she loved it anyway.
She did. So I had to explain it to her. And then she said to me, and what is a gadget? And I said, of course you don't get it. You don't even know what a gadget is.
This is a movie that needs clip notes.
It does. It doesn't know what a gadget is.
I loved it. What's a gadget?
Yeah, I love it. What's the gadget? Like missing the whole...
It cracks me up. You can see the worst film. Yeah. He asked the kid if they liked it. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah. The kid would go see it again. She's all set to go see it again Friday. She's going with some friends.
Some god-awful movie. Oh, it was great.
So I explained the whole Inspector Gadget thing to her, what the whole movie was about. And she goes, oh, okay. Now I'm ready to go see it.
I'll really get into it.
Yeah, now I can really like it.
Maybe she'll also see the beginning of the movie if she doesn't go with you.
Yeah, my parents are like, well, my father's like, she's going to go see it again? I go, yeah. I said, kids like repetition. It's ridiculous. To support a bad movie? Speaking of movies, so the Blair Witch Project cost under $100,000 to make.
Well, I don't know what it cost to make because everybody keeps now underselling it.
Yeah, right.
It costs less and less to make.
Keeps going to
it makes the story better.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. So Runaway Bride, the Julia Roberts, Richard Gere movie, made $34.5 million, but I hear it's horrible.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
They say it's beyond bad. I talked to some people who saw it.
Yeah, but a lot of people went this weekend.
Well, everyone was expecting another Pretty Woman. But who cares? It made $34.5 million. And I'll have to go see it. The Blair Witch Project, which now they made for $14, made $28.5 million. The total gross now is $35 million.
Right, and it was only in a few theaters for most of the time it's been out.
So get ready now. Hollywood will be shooting everything on home movie cameras.
Everybody will be getting an 8mm camera.
Yeah. I saw the movie. The movie isn't that good. What's good about it is sort of the idea.
It's so different. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's now, next week it opens in 1,000 more theaters, and it was doing 3 times the business of Runaway Bride.
Wow.
Because it's in fewer theaters, it made less money.
Deep Blue Sea only made $18 million, which is still a lot of money, but I'm glad I hope it bombs, because I don't like the director.
Rennie Harlan?
Yeah, the guy who directed the movie was a real dick. I never wanted to be in a movie, per se, but remember when Dice Clay was doing his first movie, Ford Fairlane? Yeah. Rennie Harlan was the director, and Dice said to me, would you please play the disc jockey? I want you to play it. Rennie doesn't know who you are. I wasn't on the air in Los Angeles.
Rennie doesn't know who you are.
I said, you know what? I said to Robin, I really don't want to be in Dice's movie. I read the script. It sucked. I said, but wouldn't it be funny if I go and do an audition? I could talk about it on the air. Yeah. Because I've never auditioned for anything, really. So I go over there, and I start to do my read. Rennie Harlan. This is what actors go through. Rennie Harlan was in the hotel room with the 2 writers. And the guy, while I'm auditioning, picks up a phone and starts dialing and making a phone call.
Yeah. You're reading, he's dialing.
Yeah. Now, I admit that he never heard of me and stuff. And if he had heard of me, it would have been a big phony kissing my ass all over the place. Howard, I think you're great, and all this crap.
Mm-hmm. Well, you wouldn't have even had to audition, probably.
I wasn't well known except for in New York. And, I don't know. And then, like, the guy just talked on the phone while I'm doing my read. Like, to insult me. Like, no way you'd be right for this movie. And they gave the part to Gilbert Gottfried. He had that in mind anyway.
Yeah.
I just thought it was incredibly rude. I wouldn't do that to another human being. It was really embarrassing, actually.
Right, you came all that way.
Yeah, and I didn't even know how, and I even said to these guys up front, I don't know how to audition. I'm not an actor. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. I said, I don't know. You tell me. And then I remember I had to pretend I was a disc jockey, a shock jock, and then I had to like get shocked. I die.
Right, you're electrocuted.
Yeah. So I remember I'm doing the read and I go, oh my God. Oh, and I'm like, oh my God, I must look like such an idiot. Like I'm screaming like I'm getting electrocuted. And then I'm like dead. I'm laying there dead in a chair, like in front of these two writers and the director on the phone. And I'm like, oh,
riding around in a chair.
Yeah, and I'm like, I go, I'm sure I'm not acting this properly. I'm sure people don't scream when they get electrocuted. Right, they just die. It's not exactly. Yeah, right.
You get, spastic.
It was so embarrassing.
And you had to do it in front of him.
Yeah. And he didn't even pay attention. Because it was like he dismissed me just looking at me. Like I didn't fit the bill of a shock jock. Meanwhile, I was the only shock jock in the country. So, I always pray that his movies will do bad. And ever since I started praying, every one of his movies is tanked.
Well, he had that one. He
had one good first movie.
A Die Hard film.
Right, the first one.
I think that was before even that one.
Yeah, that was even before.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a good one since.
Right.
I don't even know how he got here.
He married Gina Davis. They did the Ford Fairlane movie tanked.
Well, the thing is that he started out with Laura Dern.
Right.
And then they switched. Laura Dern went with Jeff Goldblum, and Gina Davis went with Rennie Harlan.
But I hate this guy, Rennie Harlan. He speaks like Henry Kissinger. He's like, I want to make a comedy, American comedy. And he's so arrogant, he was making an American comedy.
Yeah.
And stupid-ass Dice, who's a moron, hires this guy who can't even speak the language to make a comedy because Dice wants to look like Bruce Willis and be Mr. Die Hard.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to be an action star. Great. Good thinking. You're 500 pounds overweight. You're going to be an action star. Bad career move, number 92. You finally get your own film and you're going to be an action star. Hey, I got the guy from Die Hard. Meanwhile, you're making a comedy. There's not one laugh.
A franchise.
Dice, I want you to be funny in this scene. I want you to be funny. All right, but you should also look very handsome like Bruce Willis.
But, Rennie's like Teflon.
Yeah.
That killed Dice's career.
Yeah, I know.
He goes on.
Yeah, he goes on. And then he made, this Gina Davis pirate movie, wasted the studio's money.
God, that was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, one bad movie, expensive movie after another. Yeah. And even they say this new movie with the shark. I like a shark movie. They say it's horrible. It's horrible. What do you mean? It's a shark. It's a comedy. It's a comedy. The sharks represent all the lawyers here in America. I'm so glad when a foreigner doesn't do well here. You know why? Because I'm sick of foreigners doing well here. I'm sick of them coming over to this country and some Greek guy comes over and takes over. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're going to do a comedy with Gina Davis and Dice Claire. Oh. I tell you, and he spent so much money on that bad pirate movie, he was like a real pirate. He took the money from the...
He robbed the studio.
Yeah. Hey, matey. Hey, give me some money.
Tried to ruin Gina Davis's career, and then he dumped her.
Killed it.
I'll tell you, when we were in Cannes, whatever the hell that is, that place.
That French place.
Yeah, I saw him walking around. I wouldn't even look at him. I wouldn't even give him the time of day. It sucked my you-know-what.
What?
What?
Swipe.
Oh, that's right. All right. That was worth it. I could suck my you-know-what. Oh, man. So, I'm glad his movie sucks. I'm glad he spent $60-70 million on that.
Yeah.
On a shark movie. It's called Jaws, jack off.
Oh.
You know it's Jaws.
Well, that's what they're calling it, Jaws for the 90s.
Yeah. So, okay, Runaway Bride made 34.5. Blair Witch Project made 28, but the total gross is 35.25. I'm glad, though. I like to see inventive people make some money.
Yeah, but you got to remember now, I bet you Runaway Brides is on about 3,000 screens.
Yes.
And Blair Witch Project is on about 1,000.
Right. Deep Blue Sea, 18.6. The Haunting, 15.1. It's already made $63 million. I want to see that. Did you see The Haunting?
They said it lost half its audience past weekend.
They say it's horrible.
Yeah. And that's why I can't go to see it. It's supposed to be really awful.
Inspector Gadget only made 14.
And where's...
But it's already made $47 million.
Where's Eyes Wide Shut? Because it's
made $48 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made 4.4. It's over.
Over.
Yeah.
Way over.
It's a big bomb. Big Daddy's made $152 million.
Oh.
That's the most amazing thing.
I was just reading over the weekend about Janine Garofalo, because they're in that. What did Mystery Men do?
Oh, it's not even listed. I don't think it opened yet.
Has it not opened?
Must not. It's terrible.
Oh my goodness. But
it's just a horrible movie. It really is just bad.
Oh, she was saying that she lost her job at Saturday Night Live because she went in and told Lorne Michaels that she thought Adam Sandler's stuff was childish.
Yeah. Hey, I would have done the same thing, Janine. What can I tell you? What do I know? You know, so the movie that I think looks cool, as long as we're talking about movies, that I think is going to be really cool. I mean, I'm just going from the TV commercial.
Yeah.
I'm totally sucked into the concept of this new Bruce Willis movie where... Really? This little kid can see dead people. Sixth Sense? Yeah, I love that. I love that premise.
That's a great premise, just like The Haunting is a great premise. I don't have a good feeling about it.
Did you see The Haunting?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
What are you busy with? You used to see all these movies.
I've had weekend guests.
Oh, I see. I get the picture. All of a sudden, you have a life. It's very annoying.
I know, it gets in the way.
It does. Usually you have a movie review. You're busy with your life. You're enjoying summer way too much.
Oh, okay. I'll stop.
I like you better. I like you better when you were miserable.
It's over.
Yeah. So you got to be miserable. I didn't get into my pool all weekend. Till stupid ass Ralph came over.
Oh no.
What is it?
No, I saw The Haunting. If you wanted to know.
Is it bad?
It's not that bad, but it's not great. But it's a lot of computer generated,
ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, which I don't know if you'll be into, but it's okay. It's not.
I'll be into it if it's good.
Is there any story?
Yeah, the story's not so. It's like 2 stars. It's all right.
How's your hemorrhoids?
Thank you for that review.
I find out on Thursday if I have a fistula or not.
But are you feeling? You look like you're feeling better.
Yeah, I feel a ton better. Yeah.
Right. Have you gone to the bathroom yet?
Oh yeah. I never had a problem with that.
They lanced some big thing in his ass.
Drain.
Yeah, some drain.
Oh.
So now you're not in pain?
No, I'm not in pain at all.
Wow. So it was worth doing.
Yeah. I saw Blair Witch too.
What did you think?
I didn't think it was that great either. I wasn't scared for a minute.
It's not scary.
No, but
it's boring actually, but it's a cool idea.
I hate to say it, but it's incredibly flawed.
Yeah.
What was the big flaw, Robin? I told you.
Well, no, she's saying the flaw is that when you're running from some ghost, you wouldn't be taking your movie camera.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Is this focused?
Yeah. Hold it. I gotta get this light on you.
Yeah, but it's a movie.
No cell phone.
But
nothing.
The whole
no cell phone. No cell phone.
Yeah.
That's good. They got all that equipment and no cell phone.
They got the best equipment.
No cell phone. How about lighting a bonfire?
That's ridiculous.
I'd burn down half the woods so people would find
me.
me.
There you go.
I'd burn that chick.
You ever walk through the woods at night? Yeah. You go one step at a time because you're going to smack into a branch.
That's right. These people are flying through branches.
With a camera.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Yeah, right. And they don't get killed just being whacked by a branch.
It's so hard to pull off a good scary movie, and no one does. But I did see that Bruce Willis trailer, and it's great when the
looks cool.
He's in the car and he
sees ghosts.
Yeah, and
I'm just reacting to the commercial.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was great.
I would love for it to be good, but Bruce Willis has never been in anything good but Die Hard.
Can you give me a screening of that tonight?
Pulp Fiction.
Or today? What? Wait a second. Put your microphone on.
What's the name of the movie?
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a call.
Someone needs to see that this afternoon.
Yeah, that trailer looks great. I can't wait to see it.
But you know there was one more flaw with the Blair Witch Project? Was, they're out there for 6 days, right? Mm-hmm. And now I know how long a battery lasts on a video camera.
Right, that's the other thing.
They would have had to bring, like, a carload.
I know, I said that.
I mean,
so what?
That light never went out.
That light never went out.
Right.
The minute you start thinking maybe this isn't real, it's a field day. You got to accept the whole thing or else nothing.
I still thought it was a great movie, though.
It was a great idea.
It's a great idea. I liked it, too. I'm just happy to see a guy make a film for under $100,000 and see it making millions of dollars.
Yeah, I like that. Hollywood is going crazy now.
Right.
What did we do? What did we do?
I'm thinking of selling my videotapes to the movies.
In fact, Artisan, the company that distributes it, unknown until now.
Yeah.
They're a huge company.
Yeah. I know the guys at Artisan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice guys.
But now they're like major players.
Right. That's all you need is one.
Yep.
How annoying is the girl in the Blair Witch Project?
The other flaw was they didn't kill her.
You don't understand. That's exactly it. You don't understand why they don't kill her and then get out of the way.
Right.
Did you read that interview, Howard?
Evidently, the guys who are in the Blair Witch Project, the two guys who work with that girl, they hated her in real life. Or one of the guys did.
Josh hated her.
They fighted. They just were fighting the whole time. Not they fighted, but they were fighting the whole time.
People in the theater wanted to kill her.
Yeah.
They did an interview with that guy, Josh, and somebody says, so that movie was really scary. And Josh goes, oh, you're talking about this close-ups of Heather's ass?
They must have really hated her.
In 6 days, that didn't get any smaller.
No. That's what I thought the flaw was. Her ass stayed the same, despite the fact they had nothing to eat.
Nothing to eat.
And they were walking around for miles.
And they never got horny.
That's the other thing. It's like nothing ever happened in that movie like real life.
I was watching this week's Oz. I taped it from HBO, man. That is so good.
Is that, that is just the scariest. That's scary.
That's a great show. There's not a bad scene in it. That's better than any movie I've seen. How come TV's better than the movies now?
HBO is better than the movies.
It is. Sopranos is the best show I've ever seen. And Sex and the City was good this week, too.
Oh, that was so funny.
That's all on HBO. No commercials. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Let me have that.
There's one of the HBO channels that just reruns Larry Sanders every night.
Yeah.
Every night at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's great.
But people talk like real people. It's great.
But that Oz is just sometimes painful to watch.
It's cool. Chuck Zito gets in a fight, a boxing match, and knocks the guy out in one punch. It's funny as hell. Chuck Zito.
And now he's going to be the mob boss because the mob boss had to go to the AIDS award.
Right. That was frightening. I don't know, man. That show's good. HBO, way to go. Give them their props.
Yep.
Exploding, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Mark, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Good
Morning. That Inspector Gadget movie is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
I know, it's horrible. I just was so proud of myself that I took my daughter to the movies and, was able to get there. And I was able to sit there and actually, watch the movie and buy popcorn and stuff and do it efficiently, that I was thrilled. It didn't matter.
Where do you sit? Do you disturb people because you're so tall?
I was sitting more in the back, and it was one of those weird movie theaters that was converted into 6 theaters, but it should only be one movie theater, so it's a small screen,
like a TV screen.
And you got to sit, you're on a wedge, and it's weird. You don't know what's
hard enough bringing your kid up. I can't imagine being famous and trying to bring your kid. That's got to be a headache and a half.
Yeah, but you know what? I just said, hey, what the hell? And then I wear a backwards hat, I put a cap on backwards to hide my hair and stuff. I'm going, meanwhile, I look exactly the same.
There's no sky.
Did you ever see the show, Inspector Gadget?
Yeah, I know. The cartoon, I never watched it.
They never went towards it. You weren't supposed to see Claw's face at all. His cat was a...
Get out of here. Anthony.
He's upset because it didn't stick to the original.
I'm just trying to keep my kid quiet for an hour and a half. I didn't care what was on the screen. I was thrilled the kid was watching it and and she was...
Did you see Tarzan?
Yeah, loved it.
Loved it? Okay,
loved it.
I heard really good things about it.
Seen it 5 times already. Yeah. Anthony, you're on the air.
Yeah, hey, Howard, I just want to let you know about The Sixth Sense. It's absolutely terrific.
Is it?
I mean,
How'd you get to see it?
And Bruce Willis. I'm a movie reviewer, so I got to see it last week.
Cool. Aren't I a movie reviewer?
Yeah, right.
Film Threat. You've heard of Film Threat, haven't you?
Film Thread?
Yeah, Threat.
Threat. Okay.
Film Threat.
No.
Never heard of Film Threat?
No.
Oh, you're killing me.
You know what? I should just start my own little magazine. Then I can go.
That's how you do it.
We've been around for years.
I don't think they understand that the radio review of my show would reach millions of people. Film Threat reaches 3 people.
We just talk
no
about
more
the
than that,
movies.
but
We're
yeah,
not
I would
reviewers.
definitely say your show's bigger. But the Bruce Willis thing is just great. It's got twists. Again, I can't stand Bruce Willis, but
it looks cool.
I think Robin put it perfectly. Anything that doesn't have Die Hard in the name is just bad.
I don't know. I don't have a negative feeling about Bruce Willis.
Well, what have you seen other than Die Hard that he's been good in?
Nothing. But
No, actually, he's terrific in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, he was good in that.
That was a cameo role.
Yeah, nothing starring.
It's not that he's horrible, it's just that he's in horrible movies.
Yeah, but this is, I tell you what makes the film is the kid. The kid is just so good.
Oh, cool.
And
I can't wait, man. I'm going to check that out today.
Yeah, you really should. I mean, it's just shockingly good. I went into it expecting it to be horrible, and it's actually...
All right, we got it. Dave, you're on the air.
Hey, Pinocchio, how you doing this morning?
You.
Hey, listen,
so nice not to have you around.
Once in a blue moon, I won't kill you.
What is it?
Got to talk to you about your friends. I don't know, can I say the word ass on the air?
Yeah.
All right. Robin would know this. You wouldn't, Howard, as smart as you are. John has an ischial rectal abscess. It's from not wiping well. That's why he got what he got. So you have somebody...
What do you mean it's from not wiping? It's from rubbing too much back there.
No. It's from wiping... Let me see if I can say this properly. It's from wiping pores that become infected. Robin, you would understand this.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this.
Talk about it. It's disgusting.
How did we wind up here?
I hung up on him. I don't want to hear about John's ass problems. I'm sick of John and his ass problems. I'm sick of John.
I heard that, it's very funny. I was listening to John on the way somewhere the other day, and he says, should I go to see the Blair Witch Project or should I get drunk with Jackie this weekend? And it sounds like he did both.
Yeah. I think you have room for both in your weekend.
Because I heard they were out at some restaurant together on the weekend.
And Jackie couldn't go to Scores. He had to play golf. And I'm like, that's the wife. You didn't, right? You just didn't go to Scores.
No, my cousins were in town.
Yeah.
Well, how could you go out with John? Did they go
John and his wife came to dinner with me and Nancy and my cousin. And
they're like,
good Lord.
They do everything together because John gets a free meal.
He made my cousin do that night.
Amazing.
Did John go to Scores?
He said he was going.
I heard that he was there because someone said he saw him with his shirt off and it was disgusting. One of the guys who I know.
So he goes there and gets naked?
Well, yeah, he was getting a massage.
Oh, okay, that massage thing.
Yeah, they actually have a real masseuse at Scores.
Do you ever get a massage?
No, I don't want that. I don't like people doing that. They always screw me up.
Oh, how? But she's really
press too hard. I'm not. I get very uncomfortable with people massaging me.
Do you ever get them at home or anything?
Yeah, my wife has a masseuse.
What, your back, your shoulders, and your...
Do you know what it is, too? What? What are they? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop.
She does your arms, she does your hands, she does your back.
But who cares? I feel bad for the person.
You don't feel bad for the girl grinding in your lap?
No.
She takes funny money, though.
Yeah, she does?
Yeah.
How much funny money did you give her? Funny money.
$100.
$100?
Yeah, but she spends like a half an hour on my back.
Right.
And I do have to take my shirt off. So.
You have to take your shirt off.
Yeah, I heard you were disgusting.
I had another complaint about Benji, by the way.
What?
He's a watcher. He sits.
That's what Gary said, too.
He sits across from you and watches you.
Yeah, so that'll be the last time he goes.
I told you he couldn't control himself.
But then he comments, comes up to you, hey, I noticed, it's like, come on, what are you doing? I'm trying.
Notice what?
No, I'll just say, hey, she gave you a good dance. It looked like she was into it. I'm like.
Starting up conversation.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you paying attention to my dance?
Did you give him about leaving everybody?
I don't watch anybody's dance.
I know.
I never watch.
Me neither. I've never once seen it. At first, I always say,
you don't even know if anybody was getting a dance.
What is he doing? I said to him, don't make any conversation. We don't want to know you're there.
I tried to tell you that he couldn't follow rules.
Right.
He's not capable of it.
He's not a guy.
Not capable.
And he's fully aware he's doing that.
Yeah.
It's not by accident. It's by design.
Yeah.
You don't just walk in there.
And he meant to do it, after all of that. So he did it to get you to talk about him.
Right.
At Scores, your only job is to just ignore everyone.
Yeah.
He's more interested in airtime than he is in Scores.
I noticed. And then he comes in and he makes a duty, the first thing right in the men's room.
No one has ever done that.
Right. Oh, here he is. Boy, everyone's complaining about you.
Complaining?
Yeah, look, he's wearing a Scores t-shirt. Everyone is complaining.
Why? Are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I thought you behaved fine, but I don't know what you were doing.
You're so engrossed. You don't know.
First of all, the first thing you do is you walk in and you make a bowel movement.
Well...
And you stunk up the whole Scores. And it's like, dude, there's a million places to make a bowel movement. Why do you have to go to Scores?
You have 6 hours to do it here.
I disagree. I disagree that I think a man's man. That's a man's place. A man's man.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's not that manly. There's chicks around. You don't do that.
Okay, no, the truth is, I would have been uncomfortable, and I had to use the bathroom, so I used it.
And I heard you were smelling like crazy. A couple of guys said to me, hey, Benji smells.
Yeah, they were being sticky, I think.
You think?
No, how?
Yeah, I had the hottest girl. Did you see?
How did I?
No, I don't see. That's the point. And you stare at everybody.
No, I was not.
And evidently, like you went up to Gary and you started staring, and John says you were staring at him.
No. I was waiting.
Benji, you would comment after a dance like that. Come up, hey man, I noticed she was into it or something like that. I mean, it's like who wants to
loser?
Sit and be watched.
Anyway, my girl was in. First of all, she's in Mensa. She looked like Catherine Zeta-Jones. And she dug my eyes, she said. And
in the pitch black.
Look at the new confidence. Your eyes are the only thing that isn't overweight.
No, I would like to hear someone complain for real. I mean, I think I was nice. I was friendly. I was,
Yeah. I don't have any complaints, but the guy said that you were like...
Benji, nobody wants to be watched when, getting a lap.
Yeah, that's not cool.
All right.
Why are you watching everybody?
And then,
you're with chicks. Why are you watching guys?
Who wants to play-by-play afterwards, too?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, was he giving the play-by-play?
Yeah, he would come up to you.
He made comments about whether it was a good dance.
Yeah, you know.
No. You know what? If it's not good, you just move on.
All right.
The thing is, you avoid looking at people because nobody wants to know what's going on. I want to do my own thing. So I'm getting like one of the best dances I've ever gotten in my whole life.
Right.
And I can actually feel Benji looking at me. And the first thing I think is, A, why is he staring at me? And the second thing I think of is, why isn't somebody all over him?
Right.
Well, there was no other girl. What I was...
Because maybe he just moved his bowels and he smelled?
No. But I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean it. But, like...
Benji has heat vision. Like Superman.
And you know what? Even your buddy Richie?
Yeah.
Even your buddy Richie made comment because for some reason... Benji was sitting right...
Yeah, and Richie doesn't know Benji.
Benji was sitting right underneath a light, so it looked like a spotlight was on him while he was staring at him.
I didn't like that scene either. I was sweating. That was the only thing. I mean, I was sitting there dripping.
And then you blocked the air conditioning.
Yeah, and then you blocked the air conditioning. Your chair blocked the air conditioning.
Well, I didn't... What? Okay,
listen.
The chair was that back. When I was looking at...
You absorbed all the cold air.
I wasn't looking at Gary. There was like executives in the corner,
right?
And they had the best girls. They were going incredible. They were standing up,
what
and
executives?
Hanging from the ceiling and stuff. CBS executives. They were like,
he was watching me.
And I was like,
because the CBS executives know how to coordinate the girls and get them to do stuff.
And I was like, as soon as that girl leaves them, I want to try to get them over to me, and they come over to me, and they just they stand 4 feet away from me.
Right. Well, what do you think's going on?
Then I got this great girl, Alexis, and it was the most incredible.
Alexis?
Yeah. Have you met her?
Lexi?
Alexis, yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm sure I met her, but I mean, who remembers who I met?
It was so funny. I even overheard a girl complaining to Lonnie that Benji was blocking the air conditioning.
So serious? I mean, how am I supposed to have like a schematic drawing of like scores coming with air conditioning?
I just don't know. Happened before,
dude.
Benji.
I've been there 1,000 times. I've never once blocked the air conditioning.
Well, I think it's because it was hyped up that I was going. That people were. I mean, as soon as I get in, the doorman asked me, just as a joke, he was like acting like I wasn't supposed to come in. That I think there's a mistake here and everything. So I think it was kind of set up to like.
Oh yeah, the girls were clued in.
It was incredible though.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah. Benji, honestly, did you stare at Howard's dances? Answer honestly. No. I mean, you cannot. I mean, I looked. I didn't see you.
Benji didn't bother me. I'll be honest with you. I would have Benji back.
Wait a minute. He knew where you were, but what?
I knew where Howard was. But where Howard was, it's like a black hole. I mean, there's no light at all.
So he couldn't.
So he was looking.
He tried to see you.
He was trying. I moved over where Benji couldn't look at me.
No, I mean, I think everyone pretty much knew where you were.
Right.
I mean, it's just you know where people are. It's not that many people and everything. Right. And you can hear, and I wasn't the one like screaming like, "Get naked, get naked."
That was Ross.
Okay. Somebody said you couldn't scream.
Ross is wild. You see, but I tell Ross to scream.
Yeah,
I go, Ross. All I have to do is see. Ross is a fun guy though, Benji. Because I'll go.
Facilitator.
Because I'll go to Ross. I go, Ross, come on, and then he'll go, come on, he's naked, and he'll just start yelling stuff out.
Well, you know what's funny? His voice, he has a deep voice, so it sounds a little bit like your.
Come on, let's get crazy. Yeah, he's nuts.
You know what he did? It was so funny that even made the girls laugh.
What?
They started playing "I Want to Rock" by his sister, and he jumps up at the top of his lungs and goes, "I want to rock, show us your." Blank. That right. And the girl's like, well, who is that guy?
Yeah.
I thought it was you at first because he has like a deep voice. And
no, that's Ross. Wow. That's Ross's job, though, to yell stuff out.
Yeah, he acquired that position through experience.
Because one of the girls goes to Ross, I want you to spank me because he's so wild. And he goes, you better not ask me for that. She goes, no, I like it hard. I want you to spank me so hard as you can. So Ross stands up. He gives her a whack. The first whack takes her down. She's hobbled. Then he goes, and then she goes, wait, stop. She walked out. I don't think she walked for a month. Yeah, he goes, you told me hard. She goes, I guess I did.
She didn't think he'd really do it.
Because he's nuts.
Screaming out stuff like,
she doesn't know him.
He'd cut her up if she asked. Cut me in half.
Ask me that.
All right.
I was kidding.
Why are we dressed? Let's all take our clothes off.
Yeah. Ross is the guy who yells out stuff. And then chicks go, what's wrong with him? And then it makes you look normal.
Yeah, they run to you.
Right. It was fun, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was really...
Would you invite Benji back or you wouldn't?
No, I just don't think he should be allowed in the room that we're in.
Yeah, no, I think
next time he won't be in our room.
He should definitely be invited back and relegated to the lower level.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect for him.
There you go.
And that's what he wants. He wants to watch.
He's very curious, Howard. You know what I mean? He's a very curious guy. He's in it like.
No, I don't care what you guys do. I wanted to see which girls were the best. I didn't know you weren't supposed. I mean, who wants you to be perfect?
Why don't you have a dance and find out who's the best?
Him evaluating girls on like our.
Yeah, right.
Watch Howard.
I'll give you a scorecard.
Perfect example. You brought a friend I'd never met before.
Okay.
Perfectly well behaved.
Yeah.
You know, I gave Cuz the rap
right.
Because he came over to me and he goes, Richie says you got to give me the rap, and I told him exactly how it works. Don't let him pile up on you. $20 a dance. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Hardly saw the guy the rest of the day.
Yeah, Cuz hung in there to the bitter end.
He was great. I didn't see Cuz.
Cuz walked out 10 numbers. Cuz. Everyone loves Cuz.
I was trying to mimic your behavior so I wouldn't do anything wrong.
That people watching you.
Here we go.
Don't mimic.
All right.
Do your own thing. Be original.
That means he was studying us.
Cuz didn't look at me once. He knew exactly what to do.
All right.
I didn't see Howard sitting in the corner with his tongue hanging out, looking like a dog waiting for a bowl of water, which is what you were doing. I'm telling you, Howard, it's like his tongue is like.
Well, it was so hot. I was like, I guess.
No, dude, maybe you can't handle it.
Maybe he shouldn't be there.
No, he's you know what?
I will wear sunglasses next time.
And did he really smell?
No.
Yeah, a couple of people told me he smelled.
Somebody here at the office sent me a memo saying, please tell Benji to take a shower because he's really smelling.
Wow.
When?
Well, this summer.
No, this was about.
He's like garbage, you know, in the heat. He just spoils.
Much worse. Howard, you know the internet has all these new different companies?
Right.
There's a company now where you write to them and they send secret emails to people in your office who need to get mouthwash or who smell.
We needed that in Washington.
Listen, I'll put my smell up against anyone's right now.
Seriously,
Great.
Probably showered like 5 minutes ago.
What? Well, I smell good.
No, a couple of people told me you smelled.
Yeah,
maybe it's because you moved your bowels.
Yeah.
I mean, did you just arrive at Scores and suddenly decide you had to make a number 2?
No. You know what happened?
Why wait? You see, that's my problem. I think it's a plan.
No. I asked the guys here I was getting a ride, and I asked them if I could, and they're like, no, just come on. And they were hurrying me up and everything. And what I did was I tried to eat a light lunch. I went out with lunch, John, beforehand and everything. And I planned it out. I wanted to eat a light lunch because I didn't want to be stuffed or anything. Right. And I got some kind of meatball that was really weird and everything. and
a light lunch meatball.
And if you're going to Scores, why would you eat a meatball? You know that you could go wrong.
You think a meatball is a light lunch?
Right.
I bought that lunch. I saw that light lunch.
I mean, I was actually thinking about going.
Howard, he had a tray of spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, really?
Choke the horse.
A light lunch.
I was actually thinking about going to a different restaurant because, but then I was like, Scores is gonna have the nicest, cleanest restroom of any place in the city. Why not just go there, be comfortable?
Because we all got to go there.
Man, dude, and plus, I don't know, man, you don't move your bowels when you're about to meet chicks. There's some inner mechanism that holds that all in.
No, I would have exploded while I did the dance. That would have been gross.
Hey, by the way, can I say a big thank you, Howard, to someone at Scores?
Yeah.
I got to thank the bathroom attendant. That guy's the funniest guy. I had sparkles in my eyes, and he goes, no problem. He whips out like baby wipes, and then he's got coffee beans to get the smell off your hands.
Right.
He has like all the stuff so you can go home.
Guys can go home.
Yeah.
Coffee beans.
Yeah. I go into coffee beans for you. He goes, rub on your hands.
So you didn't even have to take a shower before you went home.
Exactly.
Wow. You bathed in coffee beans.
You didn't know about the coffee beans.
So he smells like Starbucks now.
Speaking of coffee, my father wants me to start drinking coffee.
Why?
We had this.
Your father wants it. I've never heard of such a thing.
There's no benefit to it.
Well, we had this whole long discussion. You know, I got to take a break. It's been over an hour.
Yeah, I gotta hear somebody pushing coffee.
See, the conversation is just getting interesting. Talking about Scores, we're talking about coffee. Now we got a break. I don't have time to break. Then you come back, you forget what you were talking about. Should we take a break? I better.
Yeah.
All right, take a break.